know, for the people that don't know you too well, you know what I'm saying, can you just get them a little bit familiar with who you are and your movement?
Yeah, my name is Jared Evan, and I'm an artist, singer, recording artist, rapper, producer, a whole bunch of shit. I'm in love with music. It's my only thing that I think about all day, every day. I've been doing this since I was 4 or 5 years old. I started out as a drummer, more kind of like a child of classic rock and soul music and stuff like that, and then eventually I got introduced to hip-hop.
No doubt. So what can people expect to hear from you? What you got cooking on the plate?
Right now what I'm working on is a new project. It's really an album. It's an EP, it's not a full-length album like an LP, 13, 14 tracks. It's like kind of like just a preview of what my debut album will be like. It's called The Fourth Chapter. I feel like it really explains me, what I'm about, what my music's about, my story. When you listen to this album, you'll really figure out who I am. You'll kind of know me, even, just without meeting me. You'll kind of like understand who I am after listening to it. I've released 2 visuals off of the EP. The first was a song called Traffic Light that was directed by Derek Pike, and the second I just put out was a song called Kill Me, and Rick did that video.
So I want to touch on the fact that your Kill Me record, you got llmind on that. He did the beat. So was that how did you guys hook that? Was that a thing where you reached out to him, he reached out to you, you guys worked together in the past before?
Yeah, llmind, I've actually known him for a couple years now, like since I was really young. I met him when I was about probably 19 years old. I've been a fan of llmind. Like I had always known about the work he did with Little Brother, with 50, with Mobb Deep, Helter Skelter. That's actually where I first met him. I was in the Rick Cordaro directed Everything Helter Skelter video, and I actually met llmind on set because he produced that record.
Oh, all right.
And it was funny because when I met him, I was like starstruck. I was like, llmind, man, I'm a huge fan. Like, boom, I was like such a little kid. I hadn't really made my mark yet, So me and Ill go back, and then once I started to get noticed for making music and doing what I do, we kind of linked back together, and we were like, yo, this only makes sense. I met Ill through the Fader. I was interning at the Fader magazine. That's actually how I met Rick too. And when I started to really get put on musically, I hit Ill, and I was like, yo, let's go. We got to do something. Like, now's the time, We did a song called They Don't Know, which everyone on the internet thinks is Justin Timberlake featuring me, but it's just me the whole record. And we did like Feeling Like a Song, and a couple other joints, and we sporadically, we've done joints, but as of late we've really been in a groove, we've really been in a momentum where like just bursts of creativity I've never witnessed before. Just like we've been in the lab for like weeks, and he's really a big contributor to The Fourth Chapter, the EP that I'm working on. He's done probably majority of him and this guy Ill Factor, I call him the Ill Team.
Does it ever get under your skin when people might compare you to other people, and people are like, oh, Jared Evan, he's like he's like Mike Posner, or he's like such and such? Does that ever get under your skin when people just want to automatically place you in the box as opposed to just letting your music just speak for itself?
It's funny because I've gotten the Justin Timberlake kind of Mike Posner like comparison, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's funny because as soon as those same people that say that, when they start listening to the music, they're like, oh, never mind. No, never mind. It's just like, it's like that show The Voice, you know what I'm saying? It's like they don't look at the motherfucker, they let the voice sing. They turn their chair, they don't see what the person looks like, they take the voice for what it is. And that's what you need to do with artists, because if you just continue to, base their sound and what they stand for by their image, then that doesn't do anything for anyone, you know what I'm saying? This is the music business, this isn't the image business, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it is to some people, but at least for me, I'm listening and focusing on the music. So does it annoy me or, get under my skin? I guess it did in the beginning, not anymore though, because, I know what I do is completely different than everyone, and over time, it will sink in to their cerebellum.